This library video will introduce the evaluation of resources using appeal. Scholarly sources have a high level of appeal because they are written by acknowledged experts for scholarly purposes, have been heavily scrutinized, often in a peer review process, are transparent about their sources, are aimed at other scholars so they provide in-depth information on a topic drawing on relevant research and theory. Use the appeal criteria to help you evaluate and choose appropriate resources for your assignments. Author. You should consider the author's authority to speak on the subject. Are they a recognized expert in the field? Are they a credible source? Let us compare the authorship of two resources we might want to use. Who is the author of this article, and how can we tell if they have authority? Okay, so the authors are Emma Rowe and Joel Windle. These authors are employed by the Department of Education at Monash University. This suggests that they have expertise in the topic. For comparison, let's look at something from the open web on a similar topic. Here's one: Class Structure of Australian Society. There is no author to be found, no named person, and no sponsoring organisation. You are best to avoid resources like this. Purpose. Now consider the purpose of your text. Is it meant to be informative, persuasive, or entertaining? Is it appropriate for your needs? The purpose of scholarly sources is to advance the field of knowledge. They treat the topic seriously and present a convincing argument without an ulterior motive, such as trying to sell you something. In the abstract of this article, the authors give their purpose. This paper primarily seeks to explore the school choice experience as framed by My School website for participating middle-class families. You can use research papers like this one to explore issues of class and educational opportunity. Publisher. Who is responsible for the text being published? Good publishers have editors, fact-checkers, proofreaders, and reviewers who go over material. Academic journal articles are usually peer-reviewed. This means that experts will read and approve it before it is published. Articles are usually revised several times before publication, so articles from academic publishers are usually much more trustworthy. Be wary of self-published works, including much of what you find on the internet. Also consider if the information is associated with a credible organisation. Evidence. Is the argument based on credible evidence? Be transparent about how you justify your points and expect the same from your sources. No matter how logical or persuasive an argument appears, you need evidence to back it up. This article is clear about the evidence used. They have conducted in-depth interviews with 5 families in Melbourne. This article also draws on evidence from relevant published literature. Scholarly texts will link to other research by using citations. You can use the reference list at the end of a scholarly source to find more information. This enables new research to build on previous work and be informed by important relevant theories. Understanding the relevant theories in scholarly sources will increase your knowledge of a topic. Also, evidence isn't always found from scholarly sources. This newspaper article is useful because we hear from an important direct source of information on this topic, Julia Gillard. Blogs, web pages, and newspapers can be useful. However, use scholarly sources such as journal articles and academic books to get a wider perspective. Audience. Who is the author writing for? Texts written for academic audiences are different to ones written for general audiences. This article is written for researchers, politicians, and students who are interested in what these interviews with middle-class families can tell us about class and educational choices in Australia. It is not written for parents considering which school to send their children to. Text designed for mass consumption should only be used as a starting point. They are usually simplistic compared to scholarly sources. Your research may contain a mixture of materials. However, you should always aim to include mostly higher level sources. Latest. Is this the latest information? Your work needs to reflect the most up-to-date information available, especially if your topic is quite innovative or topical. Areas where changes happen quickly include popular culture, health, politics, and government policy. Older works can still be influential and important decades after being published. However, you need to consider the historical context and what might have changed. If you'd like to learn more about the appeal criteria, read Chapter 7 of the Keys to Academic English by Hale and Basides. Thank you for watching this video. For more information, please contact the library.